What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? How are you guys doing today? I've got a small announcement for you guys. I guess it's more like it's a big announcement for me, small announcement for you guys, depending on how much you care. But I am signed up for the 2019 Ironman Canada full course race. It's July 28th of 2019. So that's going to be basically the main focus from here on out. Basically all my training will be geared towards that particular race. So if you guys like to follow the channel, if you guys like these videos, whatever it is, a lot of the content will probably revolve around my effort training for that particular event. I will do other races, obviously, I usually will kind of race myself into shape a little bit, basically as the kind of season progresses, as the season comes along. So I'll do a couple of half Ironmans and a couple of Olympic distance races, maybe a sprint, but I doubt it. And then typically with all those races, I pretty much won't care too much about the results. It'll be kind of about the process. So I'll look at hey, how's nutrition? If I'm looking at transitions, they'll be probably a little bit slower and kind of geared towards that kind of Ironman effort for hey, do I have this? Have I tested this equipment? Is this gonna work? That kind of stuff. So so that's again July 28th of 2019. And the reason I picked this particular race and this particular course is because it's difficult. So unfortunately, I probably won't churn out a super fast time. Which is a shame because I do think I can go faster. My PR at the Ironman distance is 9:55. I'd love to go faster. A lot of you guys might think that's fast. A lot of you guys will probably look at that and kind of laugh that's not fast at all. I get it. Lots of people faster and lots of people slower. But this channel is totally about hey, what little things can we do to make things faster? Or really, I guess the channel's about whatever the hell I want it to be. But it's a good race for me because it's difficult, and I should be more competitive in a difficult race. So because there's a lot of climbing, it'll be one of those races where watts per kilo, or I guess if you guys are sort of new to this stuff, how much power you can put through the pedals compared to how much you weigh will be a big determining factor to how people do competitively on that particular race. So the swim itself, I don't think they've changed that much. I think they're gonna actually have people start on the shore and kind of basically self-seed themselves and then have them enter the water. I've done this race twice before, but you'll come into the water and do 2 loops, and the water there, at least in my experience, has been really quite nice. And then it's one of those things where it's I'll probably try to self-seed myself a little bit faster, kind of aim for sub-hour-ish time frames. I don't know, we'll see as training comes along, if that's actually feasible, but at least somewhere in that kind of range. And then on the bike, it's basically just a climb fest. Unfortunately, it's a 3-loop bike course, which I'm a little bit concerned about traffic. Especially descending in traffic. That's one of my big fears, is that someone may swerve into my particular area or something like that, and when you're going fast, it can be difficult. So again, I'll probably bike extremely conservatively. I think as far as elevation gains, it's something crazy 8,500 feet of elevation gain. So it's really just going to be a climb fest for sure. As we work towards this, again, it's less than a year away, but as we work towards that, I'll probably start to look at equipment choices and really look, I guess, aggressively at where I can cut weight. Both, obviously on myself is, that's where you can cut weight the easiest, right? So it's You know, you can spend $1,000 cutting, you know, a pound from your bike or whatever, or you can diet for a couple weeks, which you should save money if you're eating less, right? And then actually save that same amount of weight. So I'll probably cut out beer for a while and try to get my weight pretty lean, and I will try to be a little bit better about eating all the junk food, and definitely just like the amount of food that I take in. I'll try to ease up on that a little bit as well. So so climbing will be a big piece of the puzzle there. And then right now I'm not running very well at all, just kind of dealing with some like calf injuries and things like that. So I'll see, you know, I'll do a very slow build up of distance that way. I'm not really super concerned about the pace. For me, you know, like if I'm somewhere between 7 and 8 minute pace for the Ironman marathon, or even like 7, I mean, even if I'm slower than that, it's still going to be pretty reasonable as far as marathon goes. I think a lot of it is just like the endurance aspect of you've been racing all day and you still are doing this marathon distance. So I will do speed work, and I'll definitely do some videos talking about speed work and track workouts and things like that. I wouldn't look for me to like focus on getting super fast. I think all of my running PRs are behind me, not ahead of me, unfortunately. But what I think I'll do is emphasize kind of those long runs. You know, for me, it's like Sunday long run. You know, getting those put together and getting those basically stretched out as far as possible, and then kind of doing some stuff like running off the bike. So with that being said, like that's my big announcement. I would love for you guys to kind of like follow along on the journey. Let's make some videos here in the future about maybe something like kind of showing some of the progress as we go. I don't know if I'll do like a weekly video or what, but probably maybe like once a month, and just say like, hey, you know, had these key workouts, progressing this direction as far as kind of volume training goes. And always you can always follow me on like Strava or Twitter or Instagram for sure, you know, and I'll be posting a significant amount of stuff just based on like what's going on with training and kind of the things that I'm actually doing on a day-to-day basis to get there for sure. So with that, if you guys are interested in the journey, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to be notified, there's like actually a notification bell somewhere up in the corner, and that'll actually just let you be notified. I think on the mobile phone it's usually like a notification in the browser, some sort of notification of some sort when I post new videos. If you guys are as nervous as I am for me, then hit that like button below. I do appreciate it, and we will see you guys on the next video.